What is up, everyone? Today on Seth Leroy Hustle Adventures, I wanted to do a topic on, are cargo vans in demand? Not sprinter vans, it can also be those, but are cargo vans in demand? And also, how much can you make with them? And also, I just want to let everyone know our merch is out, and if you hit that first link and you want to help support the channel, if not, that's fine. I'm just glad that you're here and you're listening, and I am passionate about this industry after being in it for about half a year now, so let's get right into it. Now, I wanted to do this video because so many people, ask me, well, can you make money in it? How much money can you make in it? We weekly put how much we make in this industry with our business. We got our own authority, So the reason I say that first is because talking about are they in demand, it is crazy. I've done research. There's about 90,000 loads that come out a day. And this is expediting. And a lot of times it's freight that needs to get somewhere fast. Sometimes not super, super fast. Sometimes it all depends. But yes, there is money in this industry to be made. So yes, they are in demand. Because think about it. A company's not going to want to pay, because I have my CDL, but a straight truck or a big rig, and they do that, but they are going to pay a lot because understandably the gas, the expenses, they're a lot higher. And the thing is, it's becoming much more normalized too. Like I go to places, so many places have ramps, some even have small docks for us, which is really cool when I go to those ones. So as far as are they in demand? Yes. Time and time again, people ask me, well, can you make money in this industry? Now, the thing is though, a lot of it depends on you, just like any industry. And if you're going to start a business, this was my first time starting a business, but I grinded just as hard as I grinded at my jobs. And the reason I state that is because, a lot of people, oh, well, it's not working, this or that. But then those same people will be telling me, oh, I didn't want that. I didn't want that load. Like, obviously, you need to know your worth to make it work. I've talked so much about having the capital to back it up, being real smart with finances as to not have a lot of overhead, with the payments of a vehicle, this, that, and the other, and your other expenses in life and the other things that you have bills coming in. If you have a bunch of bills, I wouldn't do this personally, but the reason I'm saying that is if you're going to get into business for yourself and you want that freedom, like why we went into it, then you got to be able to take the knocks that happen. Like we had to fix our van the other week for $1,000. Obviously we don't want to do that, but we just did it, moved on. My wife picked up some shifts she's a hairstylist. So the reason I wanted to do this video about are they in demand? Yes, they are in demand. Because there's a lot of people too who will say like, I can't find loads, which, I help people all the time. I talk to people, but I don't even understand it because you have to grind. Dude, there's so many dispatching companies. There's so many load boards. The load boards aren't as good. Like I've gotten loads from them, but most of those are for larger vehicles. Other than Selectus, that one's good, but you need 5 vehicles or something in your fleet. So yeah, a lot of us don't have that. And I want to keep my fleet small. I haven't really ventured into like wanting to do that, but that's why I wanted to do this topic is, are they in demand? Yes. And there are quite a bit of YouTubers that do this stuff, the cargo vans, sprinter vans, but I've seen some that say, okay, it didn't work. I've seen, that's why I get asked so many times, like, oh, can you make money? And I always say yes, and then I'll give advice and stuff, but it's all about your hustle. Like literally. Like there's so many other ways. Like I've seen one YouTuber, he does everything local. He uses a bunch of apps and stuff, and that's cool too. I stay regional pretty much, but I do venture out, going far sometimes, especially next winter but that's what I like about it. My wife has something going on Monday. I have something in my van right now I'm delivering. I made an extra $300 for holding it this weekend because they screwed up on the address. But the reason I stated my wife has a thing on Monday, there's been so many appointments she's had. She's been going to the doctor, like just getting things, and me with the dentist, I have the free will to just do what I want. That's why I wanted to be in this. But if you only want to be in this, like that was my main reason too, was being my own boss and just not dealing with the whole like, oh, hey, can I do this? Can I do that? If you're legitly trying to get into this to have that free will, you need to understand it's still a huge hustle. Like, but the reason I don't mind when I'm doing something really hard on the road, or, a long expediting, overnight, whatever, doing 2 in a day, is it worth it to you? Because to me it is. Because I'm working hard for me. And I've had so many good relationships with brokers now too. And it's taken time. I've been doing this for about 5 months. And now I got brokers who are like, yeah, looking for a load for you when you get to so-and-so. That's what you want to get to, but you need to put in the work. Because a lot of people will get into it and they hit me up and they're like, oh, it's not working out that good. And then I'm just like, well, yeah, you got to grind. You got to keep grinding. It's not just like something where it's like, I think people get a fairy tale idea that like, oh, I started my own business. I got my own van. Now it's just going to all be easy and I'm just going to drive around and listen to podcasts. Well, that's not the case. Trust me, I listen to my podcast. I listen to all this spiritual stuff too. And it's amazing, but it depends on, are you trying to do that? Like, you need to really look and go, am I trying to do this grind? Because there's an appeal to just going to a job and they handle it. But there's that also dealing with coworkers, dealing with crabby people. I mean, it happens obviously when you deal with customers, but in the end, you just deal with that customer. And most of the time it's cool. They're nice, but you get the bad ones and then you just leave back in your van, back in your personal vehicle where you just are in your own zone. And that's why I personally love it. So the question of, are they in demand? Oh yeah, they are in demand. They are in demand. So because I've seen some people say, oh, it's not worth it. Why would you do that? And what's funny is, I have my CDL. I was going to get a straight truck. I looked at all the just how much it would be. It was going to be like all the money I've saved over 8 years, me and my wife, of just busting our butts. So it seemed like the smarter route to go, just to dip our toe in it. But now we're not only dipping our toe in it, we're staying with this. Because we were going to think, oh, let's get something bigger eventually. We'll see how this goes. But not no more. Now this is what we're in it for. And this is what we want to continue to do. Because too, when you look at gas prices and what's going on, I do like too, my van is not diesel, because the rates when you're bidding, I've done a whole thing on bidding, they bid you out as a Sprinter van. Like they don't know that you're, non-diesel, because they don't look into that, at least to my knowledge. But that's why I just really want to do a video on this, because they're in demand, definitely, but they need good drivers. And that's the thing, because there's a lot of people who don't want to do the hard part. And that's what these companies are looking for. These customers, and I've done things where they're like, oh my gosh, you got this done so fast. I had one broker give me 75 extra bucks because of how good I did it, how fast. And that's just because I eat peanut butter sandwiches on the go. You know what I mean? I don't even, I eat my one huge meal a day, but that's because I diet too. But that's what I mean. There's things you have to do. You can't be taking luxurious breaks. But to me, it's a break the whole time I'm in my van. I'm just, it's hard work. It is hard work. But it's just to me, it's I love that I don't have a boss telling me what to do. I don't have the coworker, John, who's being crabby. He had a bad night with his wife, so he's yelling at me. You know what I mean? So anyway, so that's it for our cargo vans in demand and how much money can you make. Because I've done a lot of videos. You can look from our week to week of how much money we make. We usually average about $1,000 a week. I mean, but we had one bad week that was 400. But other than that, and that's why I was saying you need to have your ducks in a row and good capital to back everything up. But literally 1 week we had that bad week. Usually our minimum's 800 to be fine with all of our monthly bills a week, and we've always hit that except the one time. And then other than that, we usually go 1,200 and even more, and that's only being out 3 to 4 days. But that's because I hustle crazy those 3 to 4 days, sometimes 5. But that's what I'm saying. It's all about your hustle. So yes, you can make money at it, but do you want to hustle? Because I have these same people who are like, yeah, I'm ready to hit the road. I'm going to hustle. And then they get their business going. And then they're just like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. And then they're like, I don't get what's going on with my business. It's like, well, you're literally telling me you don't want to do anything hard. Like literally. But anyways, that's it. Everyone get inspired, do your thing. And if you got to build and you got to stay at that job you hate, because that's what people message me all the time, just stay there until you get all your ducks in a row. But anyways, thank you for watching. And yes, they are in demand. And yes, you can make money, but it depends on you. Everyone have a blessed day, and thank you for watching.